You want to include images of your data, of your intermediate results, and of your final results in your story map. Well, you have to get those images somehow out of ARC. Now, there's an easy way to do that. Once you have a layout set up, you can export that layout. So here I've composed a layout with a map. Now it has this stuff at the bottom which you might or might not want to include, so sometimes you can adjust the size so you can later clip this out in a image editing program. I'm fine with it there. I have the layout here showing up in my catalog, and if I right click on the layout and export to file, I get this dialog. Now you could do it at 300 dots per inch. That's probably higher than you need, 200 or 225. You can take a look at how it shows up. I usually use a JPEG because those compress and are smaller, and it gives you an image height and width. And I need to get a name, and so I've, as they say in the instructions, created a story map folder here for all the images, and I have this notion of all the various images I want to include in my story map. So I've laid it out in advance as the ArcGIS documentation suggests you do for the ArcGIS Online story map stuff. So I'll go ahead and save this. I'll just call it layout. I would want to give it a more descriptive name. And I export it. And the export goes along and dumps it into my story map folder. And then if I display it, once it's done, here it's going into my second screen, so I have to go grab it and pull it over. You can see then that I have a layout here that is the image. If I wanted, I could go into my image editing program and cut out a small piece, or I could take this as is and then embed that in among the text with a descriptive heading saying that this was my buildings and my trees. So in the ArcGIS layout, if I right click in the catalog on the layout, I get a export to file option, and that allows me then to put these into a form I can easily pull into the ArcGIS Online story maps.